buds. They coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the...
How you doing, babe? Hey, everybody, welcome to...
Wait, is this the beginning? All right. We rolling? Let's leave all this in.
Leave this what in? Leave what
This, everything that just happened.
Up to what point?
Yeah. Yeah, leave all that in. When you what you just said. When you said, "How you doing, babe?" and I said, "We start." Oh,
just that.
Yeah.
Not the 20 minutes before it.
No. Where you said, "How you doing, babe?" and you said, "Welcome to."
So we're already
I said,
doing
"Wait,
it.
are we rolling?"
So we're already in.
We're in.
This is the podcast now?
This is the podcast.
So it's already in.
This is TASTE Buds.
Can I make like a duct and vent? I just made that up. You could use that if you want.
A duct?
Yeah, like a duct, like an air duct.
I think you mean you want to vent about something.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
I was
make like a duct and now I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
Yeah, go for it.
I just was being silly.
Go for it.
Nike customer service. I just can't take it anymore.
To go in on Nike though.
I'm gonna, but I'm saying it's not just them; it's all customer service. The only people that I don't have, the only people I usually don't have an issue with is Amex. Other than that, if you call customer service, be ready to get nothing resolved. I'm not preaching anyone doesn't know. Get nothing resolved. Waste anywhere between 1 to 5 hours, and get off the phone and have thoughts like impure thoughts.
Yeah, you know whose customer service is great, and I'm not just saying it because they sponsor us. BetterHelp has very good customer service, very responsive, and they
Well, they're in that business. It would be bad if they didn't have.
Yeah,
they're called BetterHelp.
Yeah, I know, but I was very happy with like, oh wow, that's really nice.
Okay,
but not just because it's the business of what they do, but I was also like, you just don't find this. Look, there are plenty of things you deal with related to your health in some capacity where the customer service is terrible.
Oh my God, your health insurance are the worst people ever. Like I talked to this guy at Nike, and first of all, I think that someone should make a documentary. I mean, everyone goes through this. I know everyone does, but like the last 10 customer service calls I had, I was on hold. The person was a goddamn moron. They transfer me and then you know when you get put on hold, the call is getting dropped. Yeah. It's 10 out of 10 across 10 different companies. They go, well, I said, whoa, before you put me on hold, what happens if, well, that's not going to happen. What happens if? Some of them will be like, well, do you have a callback number? They don't call back. Some are like, I have the notes here. I'll get right back to you. They don't.
How about when you go, take my number in case I get disconnected for the third time today, and they go, we can't call you back.
Well, I'll call you. Well, I'm at a desk in Tallahassee. I'm not there. Well, okay, give me the number. We're not allowed to give out the number. Well, do you have an employee number? Yeah, I'm noting your account. You know what you should do? You should rip off your own balls and shove them down your throat, and don't note any account. Just shove your balls down your throat, suffocate yourself, and die.
Did you see this? There's a national customer rage survey that tracks customer satisfaction. And it says that is 3/4 of Americans say they've had product or customer service problems over the past year. Of course, dude, you are seeing
the rage is unbelievable because it's almost like you're talking to someone that is being irrational with you.
It's indicative of the impending collapse, but I don't want to go down that dystopian road.
It's also a matter of like, is this worth my time? Like now it's like now I don't call customer service when I should, when I have an issue that I don't think is worth my time whatsoever. And then where is that sliding scale? Let's say I have a problem with something and it was a purchase, and the purchase was $200. And I get it on the phone and wait an hour, get disconnected, call back, and then wait for someone to email me and talk to a supervisor and all that. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
So my nephews were visiting me last week, and we went on Nike and we made 5 pairs of shoes. Each, I made a different pair that you could do your own custom shoes. And so we did one with each. I did one with my 4 nephews and niece, basically. And they were with me for a few days, and it took a while. They're 8, 10, 12, and then the others are older. But like, okay, now what about this and what about this and we went from color to, you want a canvas, you want satin, you want leather, you want the laces to the, it's so many options. We crafted these shoes. 5. It took us hours and hours and hours. I placed the order. 5 pairs of custom made shoes. You can imagine the price point was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
I pay for it. 6 hours later, I get an email from Nike. After I got the confirmation email, it just the email said your shoes are fire and it confirmed. 6 hours later, your order has been canceled. If you think this is wrong, call this number. That's all it said in the body of the email. I'm thinking this is a dedicated line. They get this all the time. It's wrong. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to call this person, tell them they're going to fix it. I call. It's an automated service. I get to go through all those prompts. Then a guy picks up finally, and he might as well be answering any question for anybody. And it's not the case where he's speaking like broken English that he's hard to understand, because that happens sometimes, but he just sounds like a lazy dick.
Yeah, that's
and
most people in customer
service. He's like
service
huffing and puffing and like taking his time. Like if I ask him something, 5 times on the call that I asked him something, I waited an uncomfortable amount of time in silence, and then I went, "Are you still there?" 5 times, and he goes, "Yeah." So I would ask him a question, and then it'd just be silence, silence, silence. I'm talking about 20 seconds, and I go, "Hello?" And he goes, "Yeah." And you would think after the first time that happened, it wouldn't happen 4 more times. I say, "Look, I made these shoes, I paid for them, and it got, so just put the thing back in." He goes, "What happened?" I go, "I don't know." He goes, "Well, we go through, it takes 15 minutes for him to even suggest what might have happened." And he goes, "Oh, your billing is different than your shipping." I said, "Okay." He goes, "Well, sometimes they flag that." I go, "Okay." And he goes, "Well, you can't have your billing, your shipping has to be the same as your billing." I go, "So nobody could buy anything? If I want to buy anyone a gift and mail it to them, I can't? I have to mail it to my house?" And then he's like, "No." I'm like, "So then put it through." He goes, "Well, you know what? Maybe your shipping address, your billing address was wrong." He read me the billing address. I'm like, "It's 100% correct." He goes, "All right. Well," he goes, "You want me to escalate this?" I said, "So you can't help me? This is I had an order, was canceled. This needs to be escalated?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, hold on." He goes on a hold for 5 minutes.
Why have you been talking to me if you can't handle it?
He goes on hold. The hold, right? I'm just waiting. By the way, one of the holds, this was so weird. I texted him. One of the holds music was the best show. I was like baffled. I don't know how.
Wait,
Tom Sharpling.
show?
I heard his voice, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Tom show was just playing.
Yes. But then other times it was pure silence. So one time on the hold for 5 minutes, and I go, "Hello," and then he comes back on and goes, "Yes, we're here." He goes, we're working on this." I go, "You're working on what? Escalating it?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "What do you got to do? Like, escalate it." So he takes another break, comes back, and then he goes, "All right, I'm going to escalate this. Someone will call you." I said, "What do you mean, bro?" I said, "I placed an order. You canceled it. Just place it." And he goes, "Well, I can't." I go, "Why can't you?" He goes, "I don't have the authority." I go, "What are you talking?" He goes, "All right." Then he comes back. He goes, "All right, let me see if I could do it." Right? And then he goes, "What is the shoe code for each shoe that you designed?" And I go, "It's not in the email. I don't know." He's like, "All right, well then you got to hang up with me, redo all the shoes." And I was like, "Are you insane? I don't even remember them all, and it took hours and hours and hours. I'm trying to give you hundreds of dollars. Right. Like this is the worst thing I've ever." And he's like, "All right." And he goes,
Sounds like the guy just didn't know what he was doing.
He goes, no, so I'm on the phone. It's 21 minutes in, and he goes, "Let me put you on hold." I said, "What if I get disconnected?" He goes, "I promise you won't get disconnected." He puts me on hold.
Oh, boy.
He came back because I said, "Where are you?" 3 times. So he came back 3 times. But at the 25-minute mark of hold, 46 minutes into the call, he had gone off, and he comes back and he goes, "I just want you to know I'm here and I'm working on it." And he says that. And I go, "Okay." I said, "But I'm not going to get hung up on, right?" He goes, "No." He goes away. And usually you hear like a click and a dial tone or right? He goes away, and all of a sudden I hear the main prompts. And I can't get back to him. He didn't give me any identifier. It gets sourced everywhere. I go through all the prompts again. I get a woman who now is not a dick and seems like she can help me, but also she's like, "I had to go in with you on this thing and do it one by one together." So I stay on the phone with her for another 40 minutes. One by one, shoe by shoe, doing this all. She puts it in. I'm out on the phone an hour and 22 minutes. I actually took a screenshot because I was like, if I have to send this to someone, an hour and 22 minutes. And she goes, "Is there anything else I can help you with today?" I'm like, That was everything. I was like, I never expected to spend hours on this and then get on the phone. And she goes, all right. She goes, now, if it gets canceled again, this is what she says. If it gets canceled again, just call. I put a note in your account. I said,
she didn't.
Yeah,
No,
well,
she didn't.
yeah, no. I don't know. I said, what do you mean if it gets canceled again? You put it through. She goes, yeah, but even us sometimes will get flagged. I go, what is going on over there?
Right.
I just spent hours to make them and then over an hour with you, and you're telling me that
why
you
are
might
they
get
flagging
canceled?
these orders? What is Nike's
Because my
problem?
shipping address was different than my billing
But whose
address.
isn't? Everybody's shipping
I
address and
know.
billing. What is it? What are
I
they
said that
talking
to this
about?
woman. And I said, wait, why wouldn't you tell me at the beginning of this 40 minutes ago that even though you're going to put them in one by one with me, it might still get canceled? She goes, I go, so how do we avoid getting it canceled? She goes, I could escalate it. I go, the first guy was going to escalate it. What does it take to escalate? She goes, I just got to make a note in the account to call you back. I go, so escalate it. She goes, all right, you know what? I'll escalate it no matter what. So I go, but what if it gets escalated? They think I have a problem. Then they cancel the order because the problem, what if that? She's like, I don't know. So I just was like, I cannot believe that this might get canceled again. And I hung up after an hour and 22 minutes, and I wanted to locate the sales office, the service office, and I would go up there with maybe like, I don't know, like a wiffle ball bat filled with wet newspaper, maybe like we did as kids, something that's not going to hurt anyone too bad, and I would just start swinging it. But maybe I would do property damage first. This is what I spent the next 7 minutes thinking of.
There's also. I mean, I don't know that this was a case of it, but like banks, for instance, and I think airlines do this. A lot of them have this policy where they say, obstruct the complaint by the caller, and if they call back 3 times, then assist them. Because that's a method. Because people will get discouraged and they just won't call.
That boils my blood.
But something like this with Nike, which I actually don't think that's what they're doing. What I think they're doing is, I think that we have barreled at light speed into such a compromised digital living society where everything is accessible and compromisable from every angle, that this is some security measure they're taking because there is such a fraud problem and such a fraud issue.
I'm sure that's what it is. And look, this was a terrible experience.
And it's Nikes too, with sneakerheads and people collecting.
But this is not even close to the worst of the worst that I've experienced. There were times that I had a breakdown because I needed to get through to these people and it just couldn't happen. And how is it that 9 out of 10 times you will get disconnected when they put you on hold? How is that? Do you think that's not them being like, all right, all right. I can't call them back. I don't know who it is. I got to get around it. I love this one.
Policy. Yeah.
They make you put in your account numbers, everything. Oh, please put in this information so that we're prepared.
Yeah, and then they ask you for it again. I know.
Then it's like, I have nothing.
I've yelled at the guy and go, why did I type that all in? I'm not doing it again. Why did I type it all in?
Yeah.
And they go, we're really sorry, sir. It's just the way it works. Well, everything is.
Oh, you're in the wrong department. Let me transfer you to that department. I go, am I going to have to explain for 15 minutes again what just happened? No, I'll go let them know. Hello, blah, blah, blah. Hey. Do you know who I am? Do you know? No. What's the story? I said I have to tell you this all again.
We are living in a compromised society, and everything has to be confirmed and reconfirmed, second, third, fourth, fifth time. I am so sick of it. I am so sick of every time I want to log into anything, it's shooting codes to my phone. I need a backup password. I have to answer my own security questions. It's everything all the time. And all of these methods, some of them are just we're trying to filter out people that don't have the wherewithal to fight the fight to get the justice for their bad experience or whatever. So it'll disconnect and who cares and blah, 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 blah. But a lot of this is, yeah, you had to say it on the line just to get through to the person, and now the person needs the info again to reconfirm it to make sure.
Some of them don't even give you the option for a person. You just got to know to hit 0 or hit a bunch of buttons till it fucks up.
Look at the world we live in, dude. When's the last? Just something as stupid as concert tickets. Something as stupid as concert tickets that you have to take into consideration. I will probably have to buy these from some third party, even if I'm not waiting till the day of or anything like that.
But if you do, use Game Time.
Yes, and I'm not talking about Game Time because Game Time is designed to help you find the best deal.
Right.
I'm talking about like StubHub, where it's like, oh, so StubHub's just part of it now? Like StubHub just running wild with prices and gouging everybody because they have machines and computer programs that can go in and buy every ticket instantly in 3 minutes. Like, I just have to deal with that now.
Yeah.
Oh, I want the PlayStation 7. I just have to accept that they will all be purchased immediately by a machine, and then, that some scalper has, and then I have to just go and pay $400 over asking price for it if I want the thing within the first 2 years of its release.
Who are the people that work at these places? Who are they? And what happens?
Well, shame on the corporations too that they don't. I mean, what you went through, oddly, is, to me, in my opinion, is Nike actually trying to do the right thing. Where they're like, look, man, people are buying these things up and then reselling.
It's not about it. You send me an email. If this is an error, call us. I call. It should be like, it's an error. No problem. You're good. Thank you.
I know, but
not
the
82
person,
minutes.
The person not having the authority and all that, I honestly do think that's Nike trying to create a secure thing for customers. It sucks that's what it's come to.
But the guy didn't even. He was a moron.
Well, that's a different.
They hire morons. They have
no choice.
They have to not pass. They don't have a test,
buddy.
Also, if you know what, look at me. If you're in customer service and you're listening and watching, and we know that you are, what is wrong with you? Like, you probably have this exact same experience when you call other customer service, when you need help as a human being. Why don't you take a page out of that experience and be the customer service person that you want to see in the world?
Well, it's more.
It isn't wake up customer service people. Stop calling it service.
It's multiple factors. It's like, on the one hand, I get annoyed because I'm like, do your job and do it well. And then the other hand, I'm like, well, of course this person doesn't want to do their job. Who the hell wants? They're not getting a commission. They don't get anything out of this. Like, this job sucks. And then all day they're dealing with people angry.
But so that's just hiring angry zombies. I mean, like, dude.
Listen. And
is it being recorded for quality assurance? My whole life, you've told me, you've recorded me for quality assurance. Where is it?
No,
where is the assured quality?
I know. No, I had a bit about that, about how, like, the automated surveys and all that, it does nothing because nobody is listening to the tapes to stimulate quality.
Right. Nobody's
doing that. The way you could inspire quality is if you could criticize a person's performance to their face. Like, they did a great thing on last week's It's Always Sunny where they get in trouble at, like, Chuck E. Cheese and they get sent to the punishment room. And Mac is with this little kid, and like the person like talking to them is like a therapist, basically.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
And he's like, "Okay, so you guys feel okay? Do you feel that you've expressed yourselves? Whatever." It's that whole thing.
Yeah.
And Mac's like, what is this? This is bullshit. Like, you didn't make me feel bad about myself. Don't you understand? Like, shame is the thing that is going to make me not be bad again.
Right.
It's funny the way they do it. I don't remember, but but it's also really a great point of like that. There's no shame in any of this anymore.
Yeah.
You can't fire anybody anymore because everybody will say you discriminated against me for whatever reason anybody could think of, up to and including I'm a straight white male and I'm being, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, no matter what group you're a part of, you can now say you've been discriminated against.
Would you say we live in a discrimination?
Everybody's lawsuit happy, right? Nobody wants to work.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like people running the businesses are so exhausted that you can't. Dude, I could say the flaming hoops we have to jump through at the bar to have the reliable staff we have. It's astounding.
Yeah.
It's astounding. We're lucky to have good people working for us. To find those good people, it is climbing Everest. It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's crazy. Like, so I don't know. Like,
every time I call customer service, I take a deep breath and I go, I know what this is going to be. So have those expectations now so you don't get furious. Right. And every time it is that exact thing. Every time. And every time I go, I should hit record and hit this on speaker and record it. So when I hang up, because I know this is going to make me furious, when I hang up, I could just post it on Twitter and just say, hey, take a look. Hey, Nike, this was my experience. Just
Right.
to cue them in. And every time I forget to do it, and every time like 40 minutes in, I'm like, son of a bitch, I should have recorded it.
Dude, I can't tell you how many friends, and I can't name names. I can't tell you how many friends I have attempted to hire to do things that I need done in the various businesses that I am involved in my life. Because why? Because I believe in them and I want to help a friend out. And friends, I'm chasing them down.
It just happened to me. You know that.
And I'm going, what is going on?
Yeah.
And it's never anybody's fault. It's never, and I get it. Work sucks. The work environment sucks. I understand that we were all bred to live to work, and that's bad, and we shouldn't live like that. I get it. And I also get that pandemic and all that stuff and the lockdown was a big eye-opener where we said, what are we doing? We need to spend our time more valuably. But that doesn't mean everything should just be handed to you because you think you deserve it. It's so insane. Like, when the amount you have to chase a person to just do their job, it's like, don't you have an interest in eating? Do you not have an interest in eating?
And you know what's funny?
Do you not worry? You know how much I worry about, Jesus Christ, I'm about to turn 46 years old. What do I do if I can't work next year? What do I do? What do I do if I get sick?
Customer service.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Or something. What do? I do not have the money to retire. What do? I worry about that.
Hello, this is Joe for Nike.
When you, especially when, I don't want to make it sound like if you own a business, I don't mean it like that. But I think anybody I think there are a lot of, it doesn't matter. I would say, from my personal experience, owning and operating different LLCs and S corps and whatever, and you seeing the mechanism and how it works and everything, you know how fast it can be gone.
Yeah.
And when you know that firsthand, you understand, like, Jesus God, dude, homelessness is only a few ticks away. Yeah. It is not far away. I don't come from money. My family doesn't have money. Yeah, my parents were paycheck to paycheck my whole life. Yeah. We had Christmases that were very, very light under the tree. Okay. I remember when I grew up in the house I grew up in, it was a nice house, but like it was in the suburbs, but we had, there was the wood in the hallway of the downstairs was exposed. I don't mean hardwood floors. I mean, the plywood was exposed because my parents started trying to do a renovation and they ran out of money and couldn't finish it.
Right.
And they couldn't afford to put the linoleum or tile down. Right. So we just had open wood on our floor downstairs. Yeah. Like when you don't come from the money, when there is no lifeline of the parent or the uncle or the whatever you can reach out to, you are very aware, like, Jesus God, dude, like this could turn in 2 seconds. And I am shocked at how many people just act like it's a gravy train, man. It'll just last forever. And I could do it as shittily as I want, and they will never do anything to me or fire me or whatever. There's nothing in jeopardy. And it's still weirdly an employee's market right now. So that's the other thing you're seeing. There is not the threat of you will be out of work is just now kind of coming into
right,
because for the last few years they had the employers by the balls.
You know what's crazier that I think about now with all these tornadoes? Imagine being a bar owner and a tornado just moves it.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
That doesn't have insurance. Oof, you're done.
Pimp. A bar owner and a tornado moves it. A bar owner who is operating in New York, where the extreme heat makes your air conditioning not work properly sometimes. Operating in a city where Spectrum internet goes out once a week and you have to run an all cash register. We're in a world where nobody has cash.
That's insane.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
My building has not had hot water. Today's the 4th day.
Wow.
Yeah. Something broke. It was over the holiday weekend. Over the weekend, nobody worked on it or something, and now they have someone. It's an electronic issue, not a mechanic, whatever it is. I have taken cold showers the last 4 days. It's like, fix the goddamn thing. But I don't know how we got here. My point is,
Everything's crumbling. I said I didn't want to go down the dystopian road, but we're down
But
it.
the people that we're talking about, just by law of averages, some of them are also our listeners. So they walk amongst us, is what I'm saying.
They
Like,
walk
you
amongst
don't
us.
know who these people are, but they're
But
there.
nobody thinks. Listen, nobody. This is the thing. Nobody thinks they're that person. Nobody thinks
But
they're
you
that
know
person.
if you are or you're not. That guy doesn't
Nobody
know that
is
he picks
doing-
up the phone and goes, I don't know if I could do it.
Nobody is
I'm
nobody
like,
is.
who are you?
Nobody is doing
What was your
Office Space.
interview?
Nobody's doing Office Space. Nobody is doing Ron Livingston in Office Space. Nobody is walking in going, look, guys, I don't really care about this place. You know what? Nobody's doing that. People are going in going, oh, my attitude sucks? Yeah, because I give everything to this place and I don't get anything in return. And in some cases, that's true. I am not somebody that thinks you should bust your ass for the company. I hate the concept of a company man and all that stuff. I can't stand any of that. And I'm not
Honestly-
even going to sit here and say that I didn't slack off in my jobs and that I don't ever slack off in my current job. We all do it. We're all guilty of it. But there's a flip side to the coin where it's like, dude, you got to show up and deliver. You got to do your job.
Customer service phone call centers is the one place I am fine with AI replacing. Go,
Well,
do it now.
I-
if you're listening, AI, and we know that you are.
I disagree with you there.
Go
I disagree
do
with
it.
you there.
Go do it. Fire the guy I talked to the other
I
day.
disagree with you there. I know you. I mean, I know we're supposed to be
No,
being
I
funny,
think
but
that they
yeah.
should do. I mean, as long as it's smart enough to handle the problem.
It's.
Oh, okay. How
I
about this?
scream.
How about this shit?
You've never screamed at on the reg. On the reg, I can be heard through the hallowed walls of my apartment building, going, because you're a fucking computer. That's why you piece of shit. God damn it. Because
It must be so
computer.
actually for real. It must be like pretty fun living in your building and living next to you and
I got
hearing
some
a guy
great
like if
neighbors.
I knew that like my neighbor like guaranteed 2-3 times a week was going to be screaming at something or screaming at the computer, I would love it.
I scream at inanimate objects. I mean, it's once daily. I used to have a joke where I said, you scream at your. I scream at my computer so much. My neighbors think I'm an abusive husband
Yeah.
because I'm screaming at it like it's a person.
We-
And but that's why I don't want AI to take off. Like the automated computer thing makes me more mad than the people.
But aren't you a Star Wars guy? You don't want a droid?
I would love a droid.
Damn it, Joe.
I would love a droid. But that's is that AI? I guess that is AI. I was going to say they seem like actual intelligence to me.
R2's AI.
Yeah, you're right. It's coming eventually.
Hold on. Here's where AI and the customer service failed me. Okay, I didn't even remember this. This was last night. Okay,
All right.
this was last night. Okay, hold on. Okay, I used an app to get food delivered.
Folks, I like to go to the events. What kind of events? All kinds of events. Sometimes it's a concert. Sometimes it's a comedy type of thing. Sometimes it's even a sporting event with a guy like me. And I'll tell you what I really like to do. I love to not commit to things far in advance.
That's true.
So I like to buy tickets at the last minute, and I want to make sure I'm getting a decent deal. Not just a decent deal, the best deal. And that's where Game Time comes into my life. Game Time has made buying tickets to my favorite events stress-free. They've got killer deals on last-minute tickets with the best price guaranteed, and you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped about the fun you're going to have.
You
all right?
can see images from where your seats are.
That's
of
the coolest
stage.
feature
Yeah.
ever to me. And I love that they've got the flash deals on the last minute tickets. I love that it's all easy to find and buy the tickets.
Two taps and you're set.
Yeah,
it takes seconds to do it. And they're sent directly to your phone, so you never have to dig through your emails for them. We love the app. We've started using it immediately. Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code TasteBuds for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TasteBuds for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Babe, we got a bunch of bird dog stuff in the mail again, and I'm still loving it.
Yeah.
My old bird dog stuff is still heavy in my rotation, and they look like new. Like these are quality garments.
Yeah, quality garments. I love bird dogs. I also just got my shipment of stuff in the mail, the new stuff, and it's exciting. And I thought the same thing. I was like, wow, I've got new stuff, but the old stuff still looks new. So this is great. Anyway,
They make you look good. The stretch khaki shorts are designed to fit slimmer. The shorts do the exact same thing as Lululemon's, but fit way better.
yeah, they fit way better than regular shorts that are made of a stiff, restricting cotton. Also, bird dogs fix this issue. How? By inventing cloud knit fabric that looks just like khaki, but it stretches, so you get a way slimmer fit without having to sacrifice movement. I like a tight-looking pant, but I don't like a tight-feeling pant.
And it's anti-stink sweat wicking fabric. It keeps you cool and dry all day long. Go to birddogs.com/tastebuds and enter promo code tastebuds for a free Yeti-style tumbler with your order. That's birddogs.com/tastebuds and enter the promo code tastebuds for a free Yeti-style tumbler. You won't want to take your bird dogs off, we promise you.
Folks, Joe DeRosa here. I am hitting that big open road this fall, September through December, and carrying on into the winter. But right now, let's focus on those fall dates. Avenel, New Jersey, Toronto, Ontario, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Salt Lake City, Denver, and many, many more. Dates are being added constantly. Go to joederosa.com for all information, ticket links, where the shows are happening, what the days they're happening on is. And then, by the way, for all these, I'm doing the I Never Promised You a Rose Garden show, my new hour. Very proud of it. I think you'll enjoy it. Also, go get that Salsa Windfall single, Mouth on My Money. It's available now on all digital platforms. And on August 4th, the full-length album, Artificial Birth, drops. So excited for all of you to hear it. Last but not least, of course, if you're in New York, come on down to Joey Rose's, 7 days a week. Sandwiches, good times, and drinks. JoeyRosesNYC.com.
All right, guys, big news. I mentioned it before, but early December, I'm filming my special in Chicago, and I will not say where it's going to be yet, but the tour for that special is ramping up right now, starting in August and going through to November. You can get tickets at salvulcanocomedy.com, and these are some of the tickets, some of the places I'm going. Now, if this is coming out on the 13th with Hey Babe, right? So if today is July 13th, the pre-sale is going on right this second. On sale will happen tomorrow, Friday, July 14th. So today is the day if you want to beat everybody out for those tickets. The pre-sale is happening at salvulcanocomedy.com, and use the code NOPRESH, P-R-E-S-H. I'm coming through Bowling Green, Cincinnati, Toledo, Wilkes-Barre, Wilmington, Macon, Georgia, Savannah, Athens, Georgia, Peoria, Rockford, Cedar Rapids, Springfield, Illinois, Duluth, Rochester, Davenport, and Elkhart, Indiana. That is all in prep for the special. So go online right now and grab those. If it's not July 13th and you're hearing this, they're on sale. So just get them. Also, January is the Impractical Jokers Cruise with Eric Andre. It's our 5th one, and we did it 5 times because it is so goddamn fun. So you get tickets there at getshipfaced.com. And then, of course, if you want to catch the Jokers on the last weekend of this leg of the tour, we won't be touring again until 24. You can go to impracticaljokerslive.com, July 27th through the 29th. We're going to be doing St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry. I hope to see you guys on the road, and I cannot wait to do the special. So Chicago, tell a friend, it's going to be great. And this is where AI and humans fail me simultaneously. And I was talking to you about Nike, and I forgot that this happened last night. Okay, I used an app to order food. There's plenty of them. I'm not going to name names. I used an app to order food, and it said the wait time was about 45 minutes. So at about an hour, I went to check the status, and it shows you where the car is on a map.
Yep.
That's coming to your place, right? And I see that they're at a
I love that it comes to you in a car. What magical borough are you living in? Yeah, mine has my food. I haven't had food not off a bicycle.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Probably get it quicker. I'm telling you the truth. So I look at this thing, and I'm like, all right, this was estimated to be at 15 minutes ago. So we're at an hour now. Let me look. It's dinner. Let me look where it is. I see the guy, and I see on the map. I know where he is, and it's at a restaurant. I literally could do it right to the pinpoint accuracy, and I go, huh? That's not where I ordered from. I was like, is he picking up? Is he waiting on someone else's after he already got mine? I go,
Could
all right,
be.
maybe they do that. That's the hustle. So I go.
Sometimes the app sends the guy too quickly.
He already picked mine up,
right?
and it's been 1 hour.
And he's at another restaurant
Yes.
now? Oh, a different restaurant.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because they got multiple. That's exactly what's happening.
So they do that. They can do that.
Oh, yeah, they. That's all they do is multiple orders.
Oh, they don't get one and then finish it and get one and then
Dude,
finish
I
it?
had a guy once go past my apartment and then start going back uptown because he had another delivery.
Yeah.
And I was
So-
like, wait, what are you doing?
So-
where are you going? And he went all the way up, then turned around, came all the way down and delivered my food.
Yeah. So I'm
Crazy.
watching. So I go, all right, well, maybe he has to do that, right? So then I'm waiting. Now it's an hour and 5, an hour and 10. And I'm like, this guy, I have been watching his car sit there for 15 minutes. So I was like, if the food is not ready at this other place, I'm getting screwed. He's just sitting outside a restaurant.
Yes.
So I was like, can I message him? So I went in to message him and I just was like, hey, are you at another place right now? Because I just noticed on the app that for 15 minutes you haven't moved, and my 45 minutes is now an hour and 10 minutes that I was waiting, and he doesn't respond. And so I'm like, okay. So then I go, let me ask the app if maybe this is common. I don't know. So I go into ask the app and I go, I just wrote, hi, are drivers supposed to pick up multiple orders when they're delivering? Our driver stopped and waited at another restaurant for a different order for 15 minutes and counting. Just, whatever. And then I get no response. And so it comes, oh no, this is what happens. It goes, hi, blank.
Now you could call. I mean, what are you?
No call. There was no call.
Rookie?
No call. I said, they said,
I know we're not saying it. I know the app you're talking about. All I do is call them and get the problem
I
solved.
couldn't find a person to call.
You Google customer service number with it.
I thought
mean,
I had
this
instant.
is your first
I had
rodeo.
instant customer service. I said,
It's your first rodeo.
Hi.
That chat is an AI bot, dude.
It said,
Don't you know that
It says,
yet?
hi, I'm a virtual assistant.
Yeah,
It
what
says,
do you?
you can select one of the options below. If it's something else, describe it. I just said, our driver has been stopped for 15 minutes at another location. I'm
You're
watching his
asking
car on the
a
map.
computer a question.
So wait, so then they respond back nothing what I'm talking about.
Because it's a computer.
I know it is, Joe. I'm telling you what I went through. I'm
Yes.
not telling you I didn't know it was a computer.
No, I'm saying, but why would you think you would get any other result?
I thought it would just be like, I don't know what it would do. Maybe be like, oh, refund or whatever. I don't know.
All right.
It says, and then I wrote that. I just said, hey, this guy's not moving. And they wrote, I see you want to know more about the status of your order. To help narrow down your issue, please pick from below. And they didn't have anything. So I wrote, the person has stopped elsewhere for another order and is still there after 15 minutes. And then they just start texting me my estimated time. And then they keep texting me my estimated time every 5 minutes, and it keeps going up every 5 minutes.
It's a computer.
I'm at an hour and 20 minutes now.
It's a computer. You never thought to go, let me figure out how to talk to a human.
Well,
you're asking
you're not
the
listening
magic
to my
8
story.
ball.
You're not
I'm
listening.
to your
You're
story.
not listening because I get in touch with a human. So
Okay.
listen.
All right. I just hope you keep reading
I
texts
said-
from a food app.
Then the AI says, thanks for the info. I'm sharing all the details of your issue with a live agent who will connect with you shortly. And then they literally say, you are now connected to our live support agent, Aina Nicole.
Smith.
AINA Nicole. So I'm like, oh, a human being with even a name. So I was like, great. So it says she'll connect you shortly. So I wait a minute. I don't hear from her. So I write, hi, I'm just inquiring if it's normal for my guy to be like, it said 45 minutes. It's 1 hour and 15 minutes. He stopped somewhere. And I get 3 minutes passes and she doesn't respond. So then I wrote, hi, am I connected to Aina Nicole in customer service support? Delivered. I wait 2-3 minutes. She doesn't even answer. I just wrote, great service, thanks. And that was it. And then the guy came. He disregarded my text to him, and then he just came up, and also I got a buzz, and I saw the bag outside my door, and it was literally like an hour and 20 minutes. And I just was like, I'm not going to use this anymore. What? It just comes back full circle. What is going on?
Society
every
is crumbling.
turn you take fails you.
The society is crumbling. There is no such thing anymore of no such thing. There is not the concept of that's a business and it's operated by this person and that person has these people that work for them and these people do these jobs and that's going away. Look at what we rely on our day-to-day life. Everything you get delivered to you is by an independent contractor who can sign up in 5 minutes and be working through the app itself. Everywhere, all your transportation outside of airplanes is done like that now. It's insane. Uber is insane.
Let me take this
Do you
a step
understand how
further.
insane it is?
Yes.
But don't you guys think inconvenience is a part of life? And this is just, if you were in the 50s, it'd be a different set of inconveniences.
I agree that inconvenience.
I'd rather not have the app, call a place and have a guy deliver it to me that works there.
Go old school. Just do it.
They don't do it anymore.
I agree that inconvenience is a part of life, and that's part of the problem is that we've become such an entitled
but not inconvenience in the
country.
face of what you're expecting as service. You know what I mean? That's unacceptable.
Because
we'll be inconvenienced
the
left and
reason
right.
all of these services work like this, the reason this house of cards system that we're all relying on exists is because they have made it slowly but surely impossible. Two things are happening. It's either being made impossible for your business to operate within the environment where you can hire the people you need, so then you have to farm out to services like this, and then that becomes the norm. Or people are greedy and say, well, instead of me paying this money, why would I pay it when I could just do this other thing and it's way less? It would cost me way less. Those two things are colliding. And what you're seeing now is an environment where you can't get reliable service for anything. Then on top of it, you're living in a 100% entitled curation culture where we feel like if I have to wait 30 seconds for it, screw you, I'm being screwed, I deserve better, I deserve it right now.
Right.
And that's why every movie that's in the theater is also immediately available on your TV set.
Let me go one step further with what happened. I then take the bag in my house. I open the bag. There was like 4 dishes. They put 2 of the dishes on top were in those like plastic, like the black bowl with the plastic on top, but the 2 underneath were the old school like pizza type ones that were like foil with the like white disc that you fold over. There's no rhyme or reason to why they split how they were packaged, and they put the plastic ones on the top. So when I opened the bag, the 2 ones on the bottom was squashed, and the whole bag was filled with sauce. Yep. And it was squashed into.
Well, that's because it was in his backpack. Sideways.
But why they even packaged it like that, right? So now I have a problem with the restaurant. Then I realized one of the items that I ordered isn't there. And they didn't give me a substitute. No one said it. No one said a word. The app didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. So I go, you got to be kidding me. I call the restaurant now. And they tell me that since I placed the order through the app,
babe,
they can't help me.
Babe,
and they want me to settle it with the app's customer service.
I got news for you. My jaw is on the ground right now at your rookie level of handling this. I've been around this block so many times.
Well, I could have avoided that.
Yes, you could have.
How?
We don't got time for me to school
the bag, and the bag is squashed and is ruined, and then missing something.
That's not what
and then I
mean.
get the person on
Buddy,
the line from a real restaurant.
I got news for you. At minute 52, I would have had a full credit for this meal. Okay, and then when the meal showed up screwed up that I got for free, I would have gotten a double credit. Folks, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I had a time in my life that I was kind of not too sure of what was going on. Full disclosure, my apartment got burglarized. Yes. It was a very, very traumatic experience, and it was a very stressful experience. BetterHelp was a service that I utilized in that period, during that period, and it has helped me tremendously. If you're a person who in the past has ever benefited from therapy, I am one of those people, and my experience has been that when you're feeling in this way, therapy can be a great tool. But connecting with the right therapist and connecting in the right way that's not problematic, that's not laborious, that's not too much of some bureaucratic system or something you have to go through, doing it quick, easily, conveniently, affordably. These are all important factors, and that's what I love about BetterHelp.
If you think of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient and flexible. You fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Let therapy be your nap with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/tastebuds today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/tastebuds. Exhausting.
It's not exhausting. It would have been. It would have. I would have taken care of this.
No, because what I thought was going to happen is there's no way
I'm
what you're telling me
at your inability to handle it.
What you're telling me in the same breath as this full-on conversation is that I should have called customer service for help. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I don't
You're
want to
wrong.
call them because I don't want to get on the phone with them
You're weird.
for an hour and be put on, it's a vicious cycle.
Your weird obsession with not wanting to get on the phone
What do you mean, bro?
bit you in the ass. Bit you in the ass. I have had
Where did he get a weird obsession with not wanting to get on the phone?
text versus phone calls. Check back. Episode number 3. I don't remember what number it was.
But my point being is I got F at every single turn, and I didn't.
By the way,
didn't want to believe
this
that
app. We never announced the battle. That battle is getting saved. This app is customer service nightmares. That's what this app is. Okay, because it pertains to what we're talking about.
Okay,
because I'm going to go in harder now.
So we don't have a battle this app.
We don't need to.
All right. Yeah.
Let's keep it customer service nightmares.
Listen. This is a free podcast. Do not complain that there wasn't a battle where human beings and we had the best intentions, and it is what it is.
Customer service nightmares. Listen to what I'm saying to you.
But can I just say
you've said your point. No.
But it's crazy to me. But how do you not understand what I'm saying? That
I understand what you're saying.
Of having to rectify this, not even the prospect, the idea of having to rectify this by then calling customer service.
Should have been your first move.
No, where I'm expecting at a 90% rate
No.
that they are going to keep me on hold and not fix anything and get me even more angry.
But they didn't. They wouldn't, because I've dealt with this customer service. You got to try
Now
it.
you're speaking like now it's like, well, they wouldn't have because I did. It's like, no.
I'm
from
telling you,
my
I have
PTSD
had-
with customer service, I was like, the last thing I want to do now that my food is here crushed and missing something is get on the phone
You
with
should
a
have
moron.
called customer service before talking to the chatbot is what I'm saying. You tried to
The
ask.
chatbot let me believe within 3 minutes
It's a
I was going to.
robot, Sal.
It told me, it's connected me to Aina Nicole.
It didn't connect you to Anna Nicole. She left you hanging.
And she's
my
a
point.
human.
She's not a human.
She's a
Anna
human.
Nicole doesn't exist.
No, she
You
exists.
understand?
Well, then why wouldn't the AI bot that is Anna Nicole say anything? I got disconnected over text.
You're missing
even.
what I'm saying to you. There is no Anna Nicole. Their chatbot just said there's a person I'm connecting you to that's not there, and they left you hanging.
That can't be what they do.
It's what happened. It's exactly what happened. I am telling you something.
And you want me then to dial an 800
No.
number, go through prompts, and then when someone goes, hello,
No.
I go,
I will tell you.
I ordered food 2 hours ago, and the guy didn't move from a spot for 20 minutes, and I called the AI, and I texted.
First of all, that's not what the customer service sounds like.
You want to call them?
I'm telling you.
You want to call them live on the air and see what happens?
Can I say this?
You know what I'm going to do from now on? Hold. Please, you're going to talk, and I'm very interested.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone. I guarantee you, I get you your full credit for that.
I want
meal
you to do
right
that.
now.
I'm not saying you can't.
Give me it.
I'm not even opposed to you right now. You're yelling at me like I'm challenging you.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying.
But let me tell you what I'm going to do from now on. From now on, when I need to call customer service, and it's not, I don't need to do it immediately. I'm doing it on the podcast live.
I'm not. You don't need to do that. This is what I'm saying.
Why?
To you.
I want to expose them.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
How are we fighting without a battle?
It's great. It's great. You made a mistake. This is the mistake you made. You started trying to just don't talk. Don't talk for a second. Just listen.
I'll make like a customer service rep.
Yeah. You started asking a computer sophisticated questions it couldn't answer, thinking that would lead to something. It led to that computer telling you to talk to a human being that doesn't exist. Okay? Then
they're not equipped to handle my driver stopped.
Listen to what I'm saying. Then you get the food. The food is screwed up. It's an hour and whatever late, whatever it was, right? Then you're pissed off. You call the restaurant. So you do get on the phone. But you call the restaurant, and the restaurant tells you to go screw because they don't care and they don't want to deal with it.
Right.
Even though they're the ones that pack the bag, and they're lying to you.
I say that to the guy, the human. I go, you're telling me I live near. I'm a human. You're a human. I got screwed here. You're telling me you didn't put my stuff in the bag, and you're not going to fix it because you're bound to the contracts of the app. I'm calling you on the phone, telling you I'm your customer.
Because that guy at the restaurant is thinking this delivery service takes this percentage out of every delivery. Okay, his
He's
attitude
backed
is
by their insurance.
well, yeah. Now his attitude is going to be not my problem, which I don't like.
So it's nobody's problem.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm telling you I think that that's what his take is.
Yeah.
I am telling you something. I have had, just learn something here. I have had this exact issue with this exact service.
It's happened with every service.
I'm just telling, stop looking for an answer and a response. And
I'm just saying it's happened with every service. I don't want to single anybody out.
We all understand that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, though, I've had this exact issue using this exact service. I'm not blaming the service. I'm just saying I've had this problem, okay? Every single time from the jump have said, I am not talking to a chatbot. I am not typing into my phone right now. I am calling somebody. I have called. I have immediately gotten somebody on the phone from a country where they are farming these calls out to. Okay?
I don't want to deal with that. I'm hungry. My food
Sal,
is 40
listen
minutes
to what
late,
I'm saying
cold,
to
and
you.
squashed.
Listen to what that food.
But in that scenario, the
hold
last
on.
thing I want to do is get
stop.
on the phone with someone from another
Stop.
country.
But you made your life worse. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Just listen. Listen. You still had cold, messed up food, and you still were frustrated, and you still ended up on the phone. I'm telling you something. The first move at minute 51 that I do is I call this app's customer service, and within 7 minutes or less, it's usually 2 or 3, I am fully credited and I have a free meal coming to me. And at that point, I go, it sucks that it's late, but it was free. I'm not out anything now.
All right, I couldn't find a phone number on it.
Google the name of the app.
Now I'm going on to my
customer service number.
All right.
Now you're going on. So it takes 10
babe,
seconds.
it says right there you have a problem. So I was led to believe they were going to help me. And then after 3 texts, he goes,
You want me
I'm
to get your
transferring
credit
you
right
to a
now?
live
You want me to
agent.
get your credit,
You
full
can-
credit right now.
Yeah, you want to try to get me okay.
Give it. Pass it.
All right, what do you need? What do
Pass
you
the
need to
mic.
know? What do you need to know for real?
I need your information.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give over the phone. So, I need your info. We're going to have to bleep it on the air because I'm going to have to.
What time are we at?
All right.
Maybe we don't do it right now because we got
Give me
a
the
guest coming in.
goddamn.
We got a
It's
guest
going to
coming.
take me 4 minutes. Do you understand? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is.
Okay. So
I'm going to put my mouth on my money.
Okay.
The new Salsa Windfall single out now.
So do you need just you want me to open the app and give it to you? Listen, can I just tell you I thought this gave me a little bit of amusement because it was fun. My driver's name was Dong. And there was no second name. It was just Dong, D-O-N-G. And I was like, I love the name. I mean,
that's the other thing, too.
Should I
is
give him a 1?
Huh? That's the other thing, too.
Or did
You're
he not
also,
do anything wrong?
This poor bastard is like, buddy, I'm just trying to build a life in this country right now. Like, it's a lot going on here.
5 stars.
Here, no, give me I need all the info for the order.
Non-communicative and late. Is it 1 star? Is it 2?
Just don't rate the driver.
I know.
Just give me
even in Uber, I don't. When the car smells and the guy, I give a 5 because I
order-
feel that I'm ruining his life.
Give me the order info.
Okay. Orders.
And then you're going to put my phone up to the mic so we can hear it, okay? All right, here we go. We're on speaker. Put your mic up to this.
My bank account just grows and grows. And put your hand where my money shines. Clap your hands for you know it's mine.
How can I help you?
Representative. This is how you do it.
I understand you'd like to speak with an agent to ensure that you get to the right person to help. How can I help you?
Refund.
I understand that you're looking for an update for an existing refund or credit. Is that correct?
No.
I put your mouth where my money is.
Well, instead you talk to a robot asking it the sophisticated
Robot via
questions.
text.
Yeah, I don't know why the texting is like less of a headache. I don't know.
It was instant. It was right there. I just typed 2 sentences.
You're
and
just sitting. Okay, you're sitting here and you're just on the.
you just yelled out refund 14 times.
Because I didn't say the first time. I didn't just say yes, and it restarted the thing.
Look, how are we on hold for a food delivery service? That many people have problems? I love this. I love this. Now imagine I'm standing in my kitchen holding leaky sauce bag that's crushed.
You know what I'm not doing? Constantly typing. I'm just sitting here.
Joe,
I'm just sitting
you
here.
don't have to make an excuse. This is the bad experience.
So was what you did.
Right.
But
my point was I didn't want to do this either.
But my experience is going to lead to something.
Okay.
That's the
I'm
difference.
hoping. I'm not against you.
I love how phone.
Oh,
This is and thank you for reaching out and regarding your refund credit inquiry. And please allow me a few moments to pull up your account here so they can better assist you.
Miss, it's not my account. It's an account, my friend's account that we ordered through yesterday.
No, it's your account. Just say it.
Oh, okay. If you could actually provide me the phone number that linked to that account.
The order amount was $83.78, and I need a full refund for this order. Not only was it 30 minutes late, and when we received the food, it was spilled and damaged from the way it was packed. And we called the restaurant, and the restaurant refused to compensate us in any way.
Missing a dish.
It was also missing one of the dishes.
Give it just a little kiss and put your mouth where my money is. And clap your hands now, go like this.
Buddy, as I said to you a minute ago, it's not about less stress or more stress. It's about results versus not results. I'm going to get you results here in a minute. Also, in all fairness, in all fairness,
We're on the phone with customer service after starting.
in all fairness, in all
now on the phone waiting for customer
okay,
service.
but you were still dealing
This
with.
isn't against you. It's us. I'm talking about the irony of the situation.
But also, too, I got to say something here. You got a $65 bill before tax. You tipped the guy $10. That might have had something to do with the way your food was handled.
that might have been pre. I might not have. That might have been pre put in there. I think they set it on that, and I didn't realize.
I mean,
it.
you're looking at a $13
I
tip.
usually give 20.
All right.
But who cares? The guy was there half hour late and brought the food.
No,
first.
I know, but but tip goes on first. So that might have. He might have stopped off for a coffee and said, "Screw this guy."
It was 3 dishes. It was like I just was like I didn't.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. You got a $65 bill and you $10 tip.
Or usually doesn't it say 30%? That's what I usually.
No, it was. In fact, it was $65 plus service fee of $8 plus estimated tax, which is a bill of what is that? $73.80. Whew, $80 bill. You threw this guy a tenner. I mean, I don't blame him.
Now you're including the service and delivery charges that the place gets.
I'm just saying, you get a check.
The bill's not $83.
I know, but it's.
I ordered ravioli.
It's a $70 bill after tax.
Don't tip shame.
That's only $5 tax on a $65 bill.
Joe, I don't have answers for you.
All right. Well, it's just.
Hello.
Love that we'll
Yes,
listen.
hi.
We'll literally listen to bebop jazz.
Thank you for waiting. I'm sorry for the long wait. Okay, so here's what I can do for you. I know it won't make up for the experience. We can only provide you only a partial amount of $38.29.
No, miss, no. I need a full refund. The order was unedible because one of the dishes that actually did arrive was damaged and it spilled throughout the entire bag and ruined the rest of the order. The order was destroyed. It was an hour. It was 30 minutes late and ice cold, or at least a full credit before tip, at least. So a $73 credit.
Okay, let me go ahead and let me check.
Okay, go back and check, but we need a full refund. Thank you. It's never, by the way, it's never taken this long.
I love that customer service. I love that the customer service is shitting the bed just because it just goes to show you it's 100% of the time. And I love the fact that you talked a big game of a full refund in 2 minutes, maybe 7, and you're on your third hold, and she's fighting you
Hold on.
over $13.
Hold on. Let's
Hide, hit hide. No. Hit the phone thing, then hit hide. Now hit hide. 12 minutes.
All right. 12 minutes.
And counting. And you think she's going to come back on and be like, full refund, please
Well,
play.
we're about to find out.
No. Now,
Even if
mind you, now it would have been an hour and 27 minutes since I ordered, and I'm standing next to my food, and I'm going to want to go through this.
No, you would have been doing this at minute 50. I keep telling you that.
But this is why I did not do this.
All
At
right.
minute 50, it was just late. They weren't going to do anything
Okay,
for me.
and
I'm
you-
going to call someone in and like, my guy's not here. It's 6 minutes late.
I've called at minute 50 and said, look, my delivery person is sitting somewhere. Yeah. My delivery person is sitting somewhere. The time keeps going up, right? Yes. Yeah. I know. It's irritating. The time keeps going up. You can't estimate this amount of time. And at that point, you would have gotten at least a partial refund or credit.
It's playing out live. It's playing out live. And this is not what's happening.
Huh?
It's playing out live. And that's not what's happening.
Can you text our guest and tell him we'll be out in 2 seconds?
Yeah.
He's out there.
I love that Joe's good at Etsy and customer service.
This is amazing. We should just cut out with the jazz.
Hold on. Good sign she's been gone for a minute.
She hears you.
Hello?
Please, God. You know what they're doing in there? They're laughing at you. She just picked up the needle and put it at the beginning of the record again. They're laughing at you.
All right. Hello.
Yes.
So I can actually provide you a total amount of. Again, this is not a full amount, but I can give you $79.24.
That's
you can have
perfect.
this item
That's fine. A full refund back to the payment amount is fine. I really appreciate your help.
I need some type of confirmation number here because I have to call back if it doesn't hit.
It'll hit. It'll be
I'm
fine.
not calling back.
It'll be fine.
Just ask her
Thank
for
you for.
ask her for
Can you have a confirmation? Can you give us a confirmation
a
number for the
reference
refund?
number? A reference number?
Yeah, it was sent to your email.
Sent to your email. Okay. Thank you so much for your help. That's a refund of $79. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.
You too.
I still love you, babe.
Full refund.
15 minutes, a bunch of holds. I didn't want to go through that.
But you got a full refund.
Yeah.
80 beans back in your account. Come on.
God bless you. God bless you.
I love you too.
Taste buds. They coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the